Hi, I'm Hayley. I've been a nutritionist for over 10 years, and I saw firsthand how the diet industry works, but mostly doesn't work to help you lose weight. Then I found myself 20 pounds overweight and realized the weight loss struggle has nothing to do with what you eat, but why you eat. So I went on a mission to explore the brain and its role in weight loss, and now I help my clients lose 30 pounds in 90 days by wiring their brain to weigh less. On this show, you are gonna learn how to wire your brain to lose weight so that you never have to diet, restrict, deprive, or willpower again. What's up? What's up? It's good to be here with you guys. This is Hayley Sohn. I'm a nutritionist and brain training weight loss coach. And on this podcast, Weight Loss Without Dieting, we talk a lot about stopping eating things that we don't want to eat, that we actually don't want to eat. We do in the moment, but in the big picture, we want to lose weight. We want to be around to play with our grandkids. We want to make sure that our blood pressure is where we want it, that we're not walking down a path of type 2 diabetes, all of those kind of bigger concerns that we have on our mind, in the back of our mind. And we also just want to look good. But right now we keep finding ourselves eating those cookies in the break room and diving into chips and queso at 3 p.m. when we're super stressed out. So this podcast episode in particular is going to kind of tackle one of the pieces of that puzzle. That puzzle being the big picture of this being that we are consistently finding ourselves eating these things. We know that they're not helping us get to where we want, but we don't necessarily know how to stop. And there's not a lot of good information out there on how to do that. So that's kind of my whole entire focus with my clients is I'm not going to just give you a diet and say, good luck figuring out the mental piece of it. I'm going to be like, we're not even going to talk about diet. We're just going to talk about the mental piece of it. And it is so much more impactful and helpful when you go about it from that way. The diet isn't really effective. It's just what everybody's talking about. It's just as far as the industry has gotten with helping you lose weight. And I'm taking it so much further. And when you follow the things that I talk about here, the things that I work on with you in my program, your weight loss is going to be so much more consistent. It's going to feel so much better than when you're dieting, and it will last you forever because you have actually changed your brain. You have taught your brain that food doesn't solve stress. Food is just something we have when we're hungry, and yeah, it's good in that moment, and then we get to walk away. We've trained our brain to do that. And so now we can go to the buffet and look at all of the foods and not really want to eat all of the foods. Okay, that was my very long intro about this podcast. I'm sure maybe you've been listening to this for a while, so you already know all of those things. And if you watch this on YouTube, you'll see that I got these new bangs and they keep poking me in the eyeballs. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. All right, anyways, let's dive into today's episode. So we're going to talk about desire to eat versus desire to lose weight. This is one piece of that puzzle. If you keep finding yourself eating things that you know aren't going to help you lose weight, this is part of working through that. So, what we need to do, part of working through that is really giving ourselves a lot of good reasons why we don't want to eat the thing, why we want to lose the weight, why we want to weigh what we want to weigh, even when our brain is like popping up being like, look there's cookies. They're going to be amazing. It's going to solve all of our problems. How good would that be right now? Let's just eat them. We need to be able to counterbalance that with, those cookies would be good. Cookies are amazing, but I really want to lose this weight and I know that I can do it. And I have all of these other tools in my back pocket to kind of talk myself back into wanting to lose the weight, because I'm there in my brain most of the time, except for when my brain's like, cookies are good. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of tips and tools that you can use to increase your desire to lose weight and to weigh what you want to weigh, even when your brain's like, let's eat all the cookies. So, yeah, if you don't have strong reasons kind of in your back pocket for backing you up, holding you steady when your brain like starts going crazy about the food, then you're gonna be consistently finding yourself eating the food, having that extra slice of pizza, having the chips and queso when you're super stressed out. So I have a client, a lot of my clients struggle with this, but one client in particular, she wanted to lose weight, obviously. She wanted to feel good, wants to feel good, have freedom around food, be able to go to a buffet and feel like she's in control, feel certain that she can make a choice that's going to help her weigh what she wants to weigh, even though she's at a buffet, be able to wear a bikini on spring break with her kids. We're kind of like in spring break time right now, but we're also coming up on the summer. So be able to go on vacation with her kids this summer, wear a bikini and like feel amazing about that. But she's also struggling to stay on track. So in those times when her, she picks her kids up from school and they're like, we want to go to the drive-thru. She's like, oh, I'll just get, a little something. I haven't eaten yet. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Or, oh, there's brownies. I really like brownies and I've been so good. I've been doing so good. So I might as well just have a brownie. Or it's the weekend. F it. It's the weekend. And I hear that from pretty consistently across the board from almost everyone I work with. F it, it's weekend. And I've been there too, on that roller coaster of all week long, I'm dieting so hard. And then as soon as like 3 p.m. on Friday hits, I'm like, oh, it's time to go crazy and like eat all of the things. And that will keep you stuck in that cycle. And that's kind of the cycle that she was in. So this is something that we really worked on and talked about a lot. Let's get your brain to this place where when you do want to eat the brownies, you can also call up, okay, and these are all the reasons that I want to lose weight more than I want to eat the brownies, and really genuinely align with wanting to lose the weight more than align with these brownies are going to be amazing. So this is probably where you are right now. And knowing where you are right now, what your brain is saying to you when that plate of brownies is there in front of you and you really want to eat them, knowing exactly what your brain is saying, not just I want to eat them, what is my brain telling me about those brownies or whatever the food is for you in the time that this is happening for you, is important, because you need to be able to hear that when it starts, and you need to be able to preempt that and say, okay, today at 3 p.m., I'm going to be super stressed out. I'm going to be transitioning out of work mode into family mode, picking up my kids from school, running them all around to their activities. And this is what my brain's going to start telling me about chips and queso. And this is how I'm going to handle that. So we need to be able to know that it's coming. So these are probably some of the things that your brain is telling you in those moments. That food's going to be so good. It's going to taste so good. And you're going to be like, yeah, it is going to taste good because cookies are good. We're not going to try and argue with that. It's going to make you feel better. That cookie, oh my God, you're going to feel so good. You feel shitty right now. But once you eat that cookie, you're going to feel so good. You deserve it. I deserve to have that cookie because I've worked so hard today. I'm so stressed out. I have been dieting so hard. I've lost a pound. I deserve it. Eating it is not a big deal. That's not a big deal. My brain tells me that one all the time. Like, it just isn't that big of a deal. Just eat it. It won't matter. It won't affect the scale. It won't make you gain weight. It's a special occasion, so you can have whatever you want. Oh, it's here. Let's just take advantage of it. I love that food so much. I just love it so much. And I don't know when the next time is that I'm going to be able to eat this thing or have that food. So let's just do it now. So knowing those things is important. So write those, as I took you through that list, write down which ones of those like jump out at you, or if there were other ones that jump out at you that feel really true for you. And then here are some ways to increase your desire for wanting to lose weight, for wanting to weigh what you want to weigh, for wanting to fit into those pants in the back of your closet, or wear a bikini on spring break with your kids, or this summer when you're vacationing. So first of all, number one, make a list of reasons why you want to lose the weight. So your reasons can really vary. If you find yourself, it's like, I really simply, I just want to drop 10 pounds. I want to be able to wear that bikini, or I want to, stand in front of the mirror and be like, yeah, this is the way that I want to look. It can be, some people say like, is it okay if it's just a vanity reason? It is 100% okay. But you just have to really feel connected to that and love that reason, and not be judging yourself for that being the reason that you want to lose weight. Wanting to look good is a good enough reason. You just have to let go of your judgment of yourself for that being your reason. And then this can go a lot further. So I work with a lot of people also who are like, I want to make sure that I'm around to play with my grandkids. I want to be able to get up, up and down from the floor, on and off the floor playing with my grandkids really easily. I want to watch them grow up. I don't want to be worried that I'm not going to be around for their 16th birthday or for their 5th birthday. I want to get my cholesterol and my blood pressure in order. I want to reverse my type 2 prediabetes diagnosis. I've got this whole closet full of clothes that do not fit me anymore. And they're beautiful clothes, and I spent a lot of money on them, and I want to get back into those. Maybe that's more of not so much a health. I was really going down this health path and then jumped back into the clothes. But whatever your reason is, write it down. What are all of those reasons? Figure it out for you, because right now you might just have this thought in your head, I want to lose weight. Why? Why do you want to lose weight? Figure out all of those reasons and really connect with them. I want to have energy. I don't want to hit 3 p.m. and be so freaking exhausted because I don't weigh what I want to weigh. I want to wake up and be like, pop out of bed and feel amazing. And I know that losing weight is going to help me do that. So figure out what that is for you. Find those for you. It's deeper than I just want to lose weight. And when you want to eat the thing, those are some of the reasons that you need to be calling into your mind. Okay, I have, this reason, this really deep, strong reason behind me that's going to make it that much easier to say no to the cookies in the break room. Make a list of reasons why you don't want to eat junk. Cookies, chips and queso, brownies, tortilla chips on the couch at 9 p.m., a bag of Doritos at the gas station that you think is just going to solve all your problems. Why do you not want to eat that? So one of the big ones for me and for my clients, and this is another piece that I really work on with my clients, is this brain-body connection. And when we reestablish that brain-body connection, we can actually listen to what our body is telling us about that food. We realize that those junkier foods do not feel good at all in our bodies. And we genuinely partially lose our desire to eat those foods because we know how crappy they make us feel. So being able to tap into your body when you eat a pint of ice cream and get that feedback from your body that's like, holy guacamole, we feel awful now. I feel tired and bloated and crampy and uncomfortable. My joints are swollen and everything hurts. Like, God, I don't never want to do that again, ever. Like, that feels so bad. Being able to get to that place where you can actually get that feedback from your body is huge. It's so important. It's a big piece of this puzzle. And it takes that reasoning way deeper than, oh, eating ice cream, maybe I think it makes me tired, or I don't want to eat it because it has so much sugar in it, or I don't want to eat it because I don't want to eat so much dairy anymore. It takes it way deeper than that. It's a lot more feedback than just, oh, it has sugar and I don't want to eat so much sugar. Because that type of reasoning doesn't always hold up when your brain is like, yeah, but it's going to solve all our problems. You're like, yeah, F it. I don't care about not eating sugar anymore. But when you can say, like, genuinely, that's going to feel so bad in my body, and I'm going to feel bad for like an entire 24 hours, and I'm going to sleep terrible tonight, and I'm going to wake up tomorrow swollen and bloated, and the scale is going to be up 2 pounds. Like, when you can really take it deeper into your body and be like, yeah, this is really going to F up the next couple of days for me, it's a lot easier to say no. And I don't know why, but I'm like cursing like a sailor today. I really try to not curse on this podcast in case you are driving around with your kids listening to it and for something's going on today. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm on a business trip in Vegas. Maybe that's what it is. Not that I'm like drinking or anything. I just, maybe the Vegas vibes are really, really hitting me. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So this is one thing that I talk a lot to my clients about when they are experiencing actions that feel very natural and aligned. And those actions can be creating results that they want, like the scale is going down, or creating results that they don't want, like the scale is going up. Either way, those actions are really falling into place very easily. We need to take it back to what is the thought that's creating that action, and what's the feeling that's creating that action. So we're very action oriented. All of us dieters are very focused on actions. I'm going to cut out sugar. I'm never eating dairy again. I'm only going to have 1,000 calories today. I'm only eating salads for the rest of the week. We're very action oriented, but those actions feel very natural when they are aligned, when there's a thought and a feeling that is creating those actions. So that's where dieting misses. It's just focused on actions, and we really need to focus on our thoughts and our feelings, because that's what drives action. And everything feels really aligned and amazing. I know I've said aligned like 12 times, but I'm trying to come up with what the actual word is that I'm trying to say there. Everything falls into place really effortlessly when our thoughts and our feelings are aligned, like our actions just happen. So I had this client, she went to a rodeo, and she was like, I just went, and like, I very easily did not overeat. And I really had no desire to overeat. And I put, these healthy items on my plate, and I felt really good about it. And it was so easy and effortless. And I just didn't have any drama about the food that was at the buffet. I just like picked out some healthy items, and they were great. And I felt amazing. And I don't know how that happened. She's like, every other time I go, I'm fighting with myself over, getting a second plate and beating myself up over it. And it's just this whole big drama about it. And it's really hard. And I always overeat, and I always leave feeling terrible. And I was like, okay, so now we know what your actions were. Let's figure out what the thought and the emotion was that was driving those actions. And let's figure out what the thought and emotion was that made this time so easy and so effortless for you, to where you very easily just picked some healthy items and felt really good about that. And you got to go home feeling light and energized and not bloated and terrible. And so we got to the bottom of it, and I can't remember what her thought and feeling was at this moment, but actually I do. She was like, this is really easy. This is not a problem for me to just get a couple healthy items at this buffet and feel really good. And that created the feeling of confidence for her, which drove the action of just putting some healthy items on her plate and going about her day, going about enjoying the rodeo and not really focusing on the food. So when you can put in a thought and a feeling, a thought like, I've got this is not a problem for me, and you have that emotion of confidence, then your action is, I don't eat the brownies. I don't eat the chips and queso. I get a healthy snack. I get something that's gonna make me feel really good physically, and then I get to move on. So really focusing on that is very helpful for those moments. Making a list of what you're willing to sacrifice to hit your goal. And I really hate that word sacrifice, because it makes it be like, I have to give up sugar if I want to lose weight. And I really don't like that. But what I mean by this is, what foods do you actually just not like as much as you thought you did, and like you're happy to not eat those anymore? So this was something I kind of, when you reestablish your brain body connection, you're able to tap in and be like, actually start tasting foods, actually start feeling how foods feel in your body. All of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I really just don't like XYZ as much as I thought I did. I've been eating it because my brain's talking to me about it a lot. It's very craveable. But when I am paying attention and I'm eating that food slowly enough to taste it, and I am able to listen to what my body is telling me about how that food feels for me, I realize I don't really like it that much. One of those for me is ice cream. Not that I ever ate a ton of ice cream, but once I started paying attention to this, I realized like, I don't really like it that much. It's very cold. I don't love that. It's super sweet. I don't really love that. It doesn't really feel that great for me and my body. It kind of sits funky for me. I don't think I digest that well. Sometimes it makes me really swollen. Sometimes it makes my joints hurt. I just don't like that much about ice cream. I'm willing to be like, yeah, I could go without it for the rest of my life. Now, I love cookies, or I like cookies much better than ice cream. So if I'm gonna have something sweet, I'd rather go for something that's like doughy and baked. And just like kind of going down that path, like, what are the things that I don't actually like as much as I thought? And how am I going to choose to have these other items that I do like a little bit more in my life, and choosing to have them versus saying, I'm just not going to have any sweets at all ever. And then any sweet that crosses your path, you're like, give it to me. I'm going to eat everything that's here. That way does not work. So, are you willing to feel hunger? That's another one, a big one for my clients. Are you willing to feel hunger? Hunger is your body's telling you that, hey, if you don't eat anything right now, we're just going to go tap into your fat stores and use that for fuel instead. It's huge for weight loss. So being willing to feel some hunger, there's a big scale to that, but being willing to feel some hunger is going to really help you lose weight. Are you willing to say no here and then choose to have something over here? So, if you're saying like, okay, tomorrow I'm going out to dinner and I'm going to have bread and pasta and wine. So today I'm willing to say, yeah, I'm not going to have dessert. I'm not going to have a cheeseburger and french fries. I'm going to have a salad instead today, because I know tomorrow I'm having this. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to say no to something today so that you can have it over here? That's huge. And then another thing that you can do, and this isn't so much like in the moment, this desire to lose weight over desire to eat the thing, but it will help you get through those moments better, is visualization. So really visualizing yourself succeeding at not eating something, even though you wanted to eat it, is really helpful. Visualize whatever that situation is for you that you consistently find yourself struggling with. Visualize yourself knocking it out of the park. Like you go into the break room, there's a huge plate of cookies. It's your favorite type of cookie. Oh my God, they look so good. I've had a really stressful day. I am down a pound, so I'm totally justified to eat this thing. All of that whole scenario. And you're like standing in front of that plate of cookies and you're like, yeah, but I genuinely don't want to eat it. I genuinely want to continue to lose weight more than I want to have a little bit of cookie right now. Visualizing that in yourself in that situation is huge, because your brain really doesn't know the difference between what you imagined and what happens. And the more you're practicing being able to walk away from that plate of cookies, the easier it's going to be when you're actually in front of that plate of cookies, because you're going to be like, I've already done this before. I know how to do this. I've practiced this. Weight loss is really about practice. What are you practicing? Right now, you're probably practicing just having a lot of desire to eat the food, eating the food, and then beating yourself up after it. And you really want to practice allowing the food to be there, feeling confident that you won't eat it, thinking about how much you want to lose weight over have that food. That's what you need to be practicing. And visualization is a great way to get in a lot of extra practice. For real. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. It was a pleasure being here with you, as always. I will see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If you love this episode, come work with me. You can check out my program, the Brain Training Weight Loss Program, at bit.ly, that's bit.ly/Hayley Sohn, my full name, Hayley Sohn, and I will see you inside.